Have you heard of type 3 diabetes? While it's a new term for many, doctors and researchers are increasingly using it. This video dives into the question, is type 3 diabetes a real medical condition, or is it simply a way to highlight the link between diabetes and certain related diseases? Diabetes mellitus, also called DM or diabetes for short, is a health condition where your body has difficulty converting sugar to energy. Typically, we think of two kinds of diabetes. The most common is type 2 diabetes, usually in adults, which occurs when the body becomes resistant to insulin or doesn't make enough insulin. In the past 3 decades, the prevalence of type 2 diabetes has risen dramatically in countries of all income levels. Type 1 diabetes, once known as juvenile diabetes or insulin-dependent diabetes, is a chronic condition in which the pancreas produces little or no insulin by itself. Type 2 diabetes can lead to another medical condition that many researchers believe is a form of type 3 diabetes. Insulin resistance, common in type 2 diabetes, can make it harder for blood to reach the brain, so brain cells don't get enough oxygen and nutrients to work well. Also, when insulin doesn't work properly in the brain cells can't use glucose correctly, which affects brain function. Type 2 diabetes can also cause harmful proteins to build up in the brain and make it harder for the brain to remove waste products.
For these reasons, diabetes is considered a risk factor for vascular dementia. Vascular dementia is a standalone diagnosis with symptoms of its own. It can also be a warning sign of what will develop into an overlap with Alzheimer's disease. Scientists are still trying to understand Alzheimer's disease, its causes, and its relationship to diabetes. According to a 2022 publication of National Library of Medicine's USA, people who have type 2 diabetes may be up to 45% to 90% more likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. Another research by National Library from 2016 involved more than 100,000 people living with dementia. It showed that females with type 2 had a higher probability of developing vascular dementia than males. The symptoms of the proposed type 3 diabetes condition may include symptoms of dementia, such as those seen in early Alzheimer's disease. According to the Alzheimer's Association, these symptoms can include memory loss that affects daily living and social interactions, difficulty completing familiar tasks, misplacing things often, decreased ability to make judgments based on information, sudden changes in personality or demeanor.